This card chosen for you is from the Fairy Forest, an oracle of the wild green world, by Lucy Cavendish. Card number 15, the Wizard. Rune King, Wise One, Counselor. This wizard is out and proud about their beliefs and revels in the public use of knowledge. This is a card that can turn up when one has embraced their spiritual journey, and your joy in embracing your true self is evident. There will also be recognition, sometimes very favorable indeed. You are beginning to do what you once only dreamed of doing, becoming whom you once dreamed of being. Your aura is charged with healing green light. Your eyes shine with love and confidence, and your beauty is that of the inner natural divine self expressed outwardly. You are living your intuitive life outwardly in the world, fearlessly, powerfully, magically, and thus you are transforming and healing the world, as well as providing a loving example of a wise one, a wizard, to all who encounter you. No longer do you fear rejection from friends or family as you embrace your spiritual and personal path. This is not imaginary. There is nothing alien or bizarre about being intuitive and living magically, reconnecting with your power. Others may not understand what you speak of at this time. Do not allow their limited vision to dictate whom you become in this world. You will soon be asked for your guidance. Offer it, as you are able to help. Artwork, Phineas. This card chosen for you is from the Fairies Oracle, by Brian Froud. Card number 28, the Singer of Courage. Bravery, sublimation of fear, moral strength. Someone once said that courage is not the absence of fear, but that which enables us to experience fear and not be stopped by it. It is also what enables us to do what we believe to be right, even when there is pressure from others around us to do otherwise. It is what enables us to go ahead into the unknown or the perilous, where there are no guarantees of safety or security. In our lives, we are often, even constantly, confronted with a new world, a new way of being in the world, a new way of seeing and of being seen. Ordinary living takes courage, and to rise above the ordinary into the extraordinary takes even more courage. One of the keys to courage is to consider the fear and find a way to let the energy of the fear itself power the action. That is true courage. Often people think of courage as being part of high heroism. It is, but it is also has its quiet, hidden side as well. And that may require greater courage because we cannot expect the rewards of praise and approval for it. For example, no courage is needed to be unhappy and self-pitying. We do not need to be self-disciplined or wise for that. However, to open our hearts to the risks and vulnerability of joy and trust requires all of those things, especially courage. Within each of us, there is the terrified inner mouse, and there is the brave inner hero. Either part of us can take over from the other. We get to choose which is in charge. The mouse is a magician with only one trick. It can cast an illusion that is as big as an elephant. Then fear nearly overwhelms us. But we still have a choice. Learning to live with and manage the reactive animal within involves transforming emotions like rage and fear into courage through self-discipline and the help of the Singer of Courage. The message here for you is that most people have decided by the age of 3 or 4 what they must do in order to survive. From this decision, this belief about how the world is, most of our fears and self-limitations grow. Have we the courage to discover and break through these limiting beliefs, awaken to greater possibilities, and go for our objectives? We need to transcend our fears and accept the gift of courage. as a warning when the song of courage has grown faint and we feel overcome by fear and self-doubt. The questions we need to ask ourselves begin with, what am I really afraid of? Quite often, deep soul searching enables us to discover that our true fears are hidden behind our false fears. It is impossible to face false fears because they are merely shapeshifters and shadows without substance, continually changing form. Facing a real fear is much easier because it doesn't keep changing the rules and moving the goalposts. The question then becomes, what can I do to open my heart to courage so when I feel fear, I can follow through on what I want and need to do? As an Oracle group member wisely suggests, another question to ask is, what else is present? She notes, when fear of any kind arises in the mind, more space is allowed in the heart if one acknowledges the fear, while at the same time looking for whatever else besides the fear is also there. Thus, one neither ignores nor gives too much focus to the fear itself, and more space opens up within which the fear can be explored and liberated. Fairy wings formed of shifting light, emotion, and energy are the manifestation of the power of those beings that transcend the mundane world.